Peace, y'all. We live, campaign live Thursday, January 23rd. President Trump signs the executive order. Y'all been seeing the news. President Trump signs the executive order allegedly fully declassifying the MLK files, JFK files, Robert F. Kennedy files. Something that been locked up for 50 years now. I think that's when they say that, they be keeping these files secret for 50 years. Ooh, I don't know what 50. Well, we know it's so people could die off before. So whoever is guilty would have been able to live 50 more years of their life in luxury and peace without having to worry about it. So that's purely a satanic rule of law of this government. But we at the end of all of that. We at the end of their world, their rule, their influence, their power, and grace. So I love that. Peace to y'all. Campaign Trail, Campaign Live, news, views, opinions, comments, guests. We doing it all. And follow me on my page, my personal page, West Coast Cam on YouTube, my personal channel. That's back on. So I'll be on there in the daytime. West Coast Cam on YouTube. Salute Dave, Big Dave, Compton and Watts, Hub and a Dub, Dave Lartigue, first on the chat. J5, Walaikum Salam, first to the wrench mob. Goons, the righteous God Goons is Jabril. Ahmad, what's good? And then second on the list is AO, freshly tooled up with the fresh tool. I don't think he had to tighten nobody up yet, but maybe we get him some work tonight. You could work that wrench tonight. Big Caliph, peace. Farasarati, F, peace, 7, peace to the God. So yeah, let's get into this. Trump releases docs or releases the files regarding is it 2 minutes? Can I say this word yet? Yeah, regarding the assassination of some of the nation's most debated, most cases, which is JFK with the magic bullet JFK assassination, as well as Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy. It says President Donald Trump signed an executive order today, Thursday, declassifying government documents related to the assassinations of former President John F. Kennedy, his brother, presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy, and the civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The full findings, because allegedly they've been releasing little bits or some bits, or they claim 75, 80, 90%. Claim, according to the CIA, has been released. President Trump ain't buying it. The full findings of government investigations into the 3 assassinations have been hidden for decades. The full findings have been hidden for decades. Why is that? Sparking wide range speculation and preventing a sense of closure for many Americans. All 3 of these men were national and international icons whose assassination and the theories swirling around them became the stuff of books, movies, controversy, legend, and the pages of history itself. This is Trump saying, quote, "A lot of us were waiting for this for years, for decades. Matter of fact, let's listen."
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed.
Well, he says everything will be revealed, as though he knows something that that everybody else don't, and of course he does. And just the fact that is Bobby Kennedy Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., that's part of his administration now on the health side of the game. He got a personal interest, just like the King family. He got a personal interest. If he's going to be, playing his political hand to help Black people, Black Americans, get some closure and prove that he's really going to war with deep state or FBI or CIA or whatever rogue satanic elements that he claimed, is in the government that he's trying to drain the swamp for, then it only makes sense as a political chess move to open the files of the Kennedys, which is Robert Kennedy, who's alive and, who was running against him. And now as a Democrat or whatever he was running as, independent, but now he's a ally in alignment with Trump and this administration. So that, covers that side of the game on the Democrat side to prove that he's doing more to expose and disclose certain things that Democrats themselves wasn't able to do for their own president, JFK and his brother. But now, since Bobby Kennedy Jr. is riding with Trump, so he's gonna show you, like, I'm gonna get it done on my third day. This is only the third day in office, and he already signed an executive order to get that released. And they're trying to say that it's supposed to take maybe like 40 days or something, but he's trying to get it expedited so everybody can read the report for themselves wherever it can be found at. I guess it's probably online or whatever is going to be available on a government website. But yeah, he getting right to it for whatever reason. And according to that story, Lee Harvey Oswald is supposed to be the one that did it, but it says Oswald himself was later killed on live television just 2 days later as police was transferring him to a county jail. And Oswald's killer, Jack Ruby, allegedly acted alone on an impulse. And the President's Commission on the Assassination of President Kennedy, known as the Warren Commission, was concluded. The commission ruled that Oswald acted alone. So believe that. And we got some beachfront property on the moon right next to Pacific Palisades in Malibu that we want to sell you. The JFK assassination sent the nation into mourning and shook it to its core as Americans searched for answers. Hundreds of books have been written and documentaries produced with bits and pieces of information emerging to this day. Many regard the commission's work as a government orchestrated cover-up. I'm one of those people that believe that, and apparently so do Donald Trump and Bobby Kennedy Jr. And doubts have been raised over who actually killed JFK, and that has persisted. Quote unquote so-called conspiracy theorists lay the blame on everyone from so-called Cuba to the CIA itself. So I don't think Cuba got nothing to do with it. We all think what we think, and and also when it comes to Martin Luther King, so that's about JFK. We ain't really getting into RFK. Martin Luther King Jr., that's a whole different story, that allegedly he stepped outside to talk with some colleagues in the parking lot and was shot by James Earl Ray, allegedly a 40-year-old escaped fugitive later who confessed to the crime and was sentenced to 99-year prison term. But James Earl Ray later tried to withdraw his confession and said he was set up by a man named Raul. Y'all familiar with that whole story? He said, "Nah, I was set up." And he maintained that until his death in 1998, that he didn't kill Martin Luther King. Raul did, or whoever Raul was. And a Memphis tavern owner and former FBI agent both claimed the figure named Raul was behind the killing, according to the Department of Justice. So that's where we at right now. And whatever Trump's motives, you know what I'm saying? He really ain't got nothing really lose. I mean, they all rolling over on each other. Satan is casting out Satan. It's all big mafia business. And if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. And just the fact that the CIA claimed that they already released from 75 to 90% of all these files that been redacted. So it really ain't much more to release is what they saying, is what the CIA saying. But based on what has just been transpiring and coming out about these particular government officials and people in Washington that have been destroying files and shredding documents and on the Trump case. If they would do that on the Trump case, they definitely did that on Martin Luther King case and Malcolm X case and JFK case and Medgar Evers case and any black person of fame and consequence. But listen to what Trump is saying they did to his case.
And they go through a year and a half, 2 years of nonsense. They come up with tremendous evidence, and they destroyed evidence. And Schiff knew about it. That's why he's on there. He knew all about the destruction of evidence. A lot of people said he's the one that got him to do it. And he's a crooked guy, totally crooked politician. And so he's pardoned, and some other people are pardoned. And these are crooked politicians.
He said they crooked politicians, destroying evidence, destroying all the evidence. Let's keep listening. This is just talking about his particular case recently. We ain't talking about these 50-year-old, close the files for 50-year cases. If they closing the file for 50 years, then they've been shredding and destroying evidence.
Every one of them. Benny Johnson, what he did is incredible. I mean, he was the leader of the committee, and he did it. Cheney, crying Adam Kinzinger, all of them. They destroyed evidence and deleted everything. There's nothing. There's no evidence now.
Deleted everything, destroyed evidence, and deleted everything. Don't that sound familiar? That almost sound like the Hunter Biden laptop, but he wasn't smart enough. He was tossing 304s and getting high off rocks. So I guess they didn't have enough time to delete everything off of that because he left it in a hotel somewhere.
They're crooked politicians, and they should be punished. That's even in the...
They're crooked politicians, and they should be punished. What does that mean? If he's in power now, what does that mean they should be punished? Especially this case is talking about how they did him. This ain't even about JFK or Martin Luther King. He talking about the people that shredded evidence and destroyed evidence and lied and all of that on him. He's saying they should be punished. So it's day 3. You think they will be punished? You think that that's probably why Biden issued them 39 pardons and then 1,500 commutes?
Civil trial, you go to jail for a thing like that. They destroyed every document, from what I understand, every document, because it proved that I was totally innocent. They destroyed.
If he'll do that for his own case, what did they do against our cases, our leaders' cases? Let me get this StreamYard link available here for y'all to hop on here live with me, because I don't want to just butcher your comments, but I'm not going to be able to read through all of them. I see y'all, a few of y'all talking to each other. Salute everybody. Daryl Jackson say if he goes after the cartels, he's interfering in CIA banking business. I mean, yeah, the whole corporatocracy, you know what I'm saying? The whole corporate world, international bankers and all that, those are the real rulers. Those are the real empire. It's a corporatocracy, right? That's how you can hide and get away from government oversight. That's the same way with these UFO technology, reverse engineering. They give that information to corporations like Lockheed Martin or stuff like that it don't fall into government. Like they can keep it private and secret as though it's just private proprietary brainchild information, so they don't have to release it to the public or to the population or to the American people or to the Congress or nothing like that. So it's the corporations that rule the world. That's why, if you know anything about BlackRock, you know anything about Vanguard, you know anything about the Vatican, you know anything about all of these big public international banker, where they actually privately own corporations, that they're not under no government oversight. They don't have to follow no in particular government. They're international bankers and corporatocracy. So that's the game right there. That's how they stay out of the reach of any kind of government, law and rules and enforcement. And they paying everybody. Say these are the people that pay politicians. These are the people that pay to get laws and policies or whatever set for whole countries. So cartels is just a muscle, because you can't do these things under so-called national or international United Nations laws. You got to grab, little rebels and mercenary types organizations like cartels or like mafias or whatever, and they do the dirty work. And then the governments can say, I don't have nothing to do with it. We don't know nothing about it. That's the game. I've been the game. Faraz Sarati says, are the cartels too far from being tease groups with how they flood our communities with drugs, don't smuggle into? Yeah, I mean, the biggest T group is the United States. The United States is the biggest T group. Everybody knows that. One people's freedom fighter is another people's terrorist, right? One country's patriots is another country's terrorists and invaders and colonizers, right? So we got to sit and watch, look at all these Robert E. Lee and Confederate flag statues, and we got to learn about them as though they heroes when they was the tormentors and the destroyers of our people. So that's just how it worked, right? So it's time for, these conquistadors and these conquerors and these invaders and these terrorists to get a taste of their own medicine. That's what time it is. Lionel gets Jacob Rubenstein. Dave Lartigue said Oswald was a patsy. Everybody, so many people agree with that. AO, Trump is really stirring things up. Well, they stirred it up on him. I think they stirred it up on him first. It's he's just responding to things that got stirred up on him, in my view, in my opinion. Daryl Jackson said Netanyahu and them benefited big time by JFK. Yes, a lot to that. If y'all was actually do some research and some deep dive, you would see a clear connection between what Daryl Jackson just said. I'm not going to go into that. Farasarati F, the ICE immigration raids ain't got nothing to do with the black people. Damage government and U.S. I don't know what that means. El Marie, hey Cam, trying to understand what all this means. It means the end of America. It means World War III, Armageddon. It means separate from this wicked nation's activities. Join on to your own righteous people and stay there, because this is about to be set on fire, figuratively, and is already down there, literally, unfortunately. Eric Jackson, Trump don't care about none of us. Maybe he don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he do. But who does? If Trump don't care about us, who does? Who does? Who is this that got Satan casting out Satan? You want to acknowledge who does care about us? Is it a spook, mystery Jesus? Is it a white Jesus? Who does care about us? Are we lost, or are we hopeless? What do you think the situation is, Eric? Hey, yo, what is he trying to accomplish by doing this? I know them alphabets did him bad, but I'm falling back and observing. Yeah, that's what we all should do. Fall back and observe. Unknown runner, no different than Fox News trying to pin the New Orleans attack on the nation. Oh yeah, speaking of that, we saw this right here. I don't know if y'all aware of this one. Got a new one. You know what I'm saying? The young, unfortunate Nashville high school young guy that did what he did and claims that he was inspired by Candace Owens as well as several others, but they wanted to pick out Candace Owens. So they're setting Candace Owens up also because they hate how much exposing that she been doing of them, of the Satans, the small caps, the small hats. So now they have to set up this and outrage the black community against her. Y'all about to see some some technology like you never seen it before. Y'all keep your eyes open. You're about to see some technology like you never seen before. And unfortunately, it's going to be coming against the sisters. The sisters is about to get set up to be such targets that like you never seen before. No matter what side of the aisle or side of the politics they fall on, they're going to use the sisters like they have, as they top dog, they top attack dogs and cheerleaders and soldiers and mouthpieces. And now they're going to use them as the number one targets. And, I've been saying that for a few years now, but we're about to see it manifest. Trump wants get back. Yes, he absolutely does. And that's what he's doing. I'm scrolling. Damage, he's doing what he said he'd do. That's true so far. That's very true. Elmatic, salute. Big Elmatic, walaikum salam. Master Divine, Allah, peace to you. Damage, Mexico has a southern border. I don't know what y'all talking about. God Family USA. I voted to bring back two genders. I heard that. I ain't mad at you neither. I didn't vote whatsoever, but yeah, I'm with the natural laws, the natural divine laws of nature. The gender, the only two genders, the pair principle that's universal throughout the universe. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Thank you for the super chat, God Family. Tevis, Big Tevis, keep up the good work. Walaikum salam. Likewise, you know what I'm saying? Let us all keep up the good work as best as we can. That's all. We just trying to wake up our people and help raise the mentally dead nation by the thousands. Not taking on no mixed instructions other than our assignment. That's our assignment, to raise the dead, the mentally dead. Our own dead, mentally dead people first, and then everybody after that, because the whole planet, unfortunately, is deceived by Satan and mentally dead. 85%, of the planet. Eric Jackson, America is built on capitalism. We as a people were not given the resources to build capital from the start. That's why we are behind and don't own anything in our neighborhoods. Yeah, that's what Martin Luther King was saying a few months before he got assassinated. He was saying that he was exposing and showing how America was so hypocritical and bigoted and racist towards the slaves that had already given 310 years of our blood, sweat, and tears and free chattel slavery labor to this country, only for them to ignore us and allegedly free us in 1863, but didn't give us nothing to go with, freed us to be hungry, naked, poor, raggedy, and out of doors and starved to death while they was giving millions of acres of American land free away to the immigrants coming from Europe, the peasants the peasants coming from Europe, they gave them millions. I'm talking about in California, like the best, property, rich, fertile, luxury property now, not no desert, not no whatever. They gave millions of acres away to incoming immigrants, peasants from Europe, while we was here for 310 years. And then they allegedly freed us with nothing, and then accuse us of being lazy and say we need to pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps when we didn't even have no boots, let alone no straps. So you're absolutely right, Eric Jackson. Parasarati, what they think we stupid and see them as good guys for labeling cartels terrorist groups, like we forgot about Oliver North, right, in our Iran-Contra affair. Exactly. Yep, and Freeway Rick, you know what I'm saying? That's my bro. Salute the real Freeway Rick. All that's absolutely true. Hit the like button. AO say, yeah, hit the like button, y'all. 99 people in here, 100. We got 99 problems with 101. And this ain't one of them, because we know what's going on here. We got problems, but we ain't got problems with being ignorant, unless it's one or two people in the chat that, that disagree and want to hop on the live, and we can straighten that out right now. Not now, but right now. Michael Walker, peace. Damn it, she's the truth. Who is the she? We talking about Candace Owens or somebody else? Mo Better, yeah, the little baby beanie boy, the little beanie boy cap mofos, yeah. Daryl Jackson, Candace Owens may suffer the same fate as TikTok, exposing too much. I mean, but she said she signed up for it. So she already said she know what she signed up for. So if something happened to her, she believes she's going to be a martyr for Jesus, for the Catholic religion. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. I don't believe in the same, interpretation of God or Jesus or whatever, or reality that she believes in. But I respect her, putting her life and her family life on the line for what, her spiritual belief is and her faith is, which is standing on what she believed to be the truth. And fighting against the real beast. She making war with the beast. That's for sure. I don't know if she's making war with the beast and by the power of the dragon. She's making war with the beast by the power of the dragon, according to the Bible. By the power of Beelzebub, you casting out Satans and devils. And unfortunately, I don't think she realizes that, because she claims to be Catholic and she's really banging Catholicism, and that, unfortunately, is run by the dragon, unfortunately. But, she stay alive long enough, and God might have mercy and show her that and show her way out of it. But as it stands now, it's not looking good, not looking too good. Oliver North was knee deep and all that. Yeah, I don't recall. Remember, Oliver North was all on the stand. I don't recall. Big Zed, thank you, Big Zed. Got your cash out. Thank you. Thank you, Big Zed. Man, you just now kept the lights on over here. I don't even be wanting to complain about this, just my little personals. But thank you for cash app, Zed. Man, much love. May God and the angels and the believers bless you and your family. El Marie, I was trying to understand what declassifying their files means. That means that it shouldn't be classified in the first place. Just the fact that any files are classified by the government means government involvement in those actions. That means the government was involved. So it's a matter of national security. They're scared to release the files because it would cause revolution or unrest or rioting, or it would cause the people not to respect law, the rule of law no more. So that's why it's classified to begin with. Anything that's classified means that the government had a main hand in it. And they don't want it to be declassified because we will revolt. That's what that means in this type of case. You got other things that's classified above top secret, like UFO stuff, and that's classified because it also involves the government, but it involves who the real builders and architects and mastermind God scientists of these UFOs and that phenomena is, which is literally the black man, black scientists of this planet, specifically Master Fard Muhammad and his angels, his holy wise scientists, human beings, black people, original people. And that UFO, that big mothership, and these little UFOs or these discs that you hear about, all of those was constructed for the purpose of destroying this present wicked world. All of their military, all their infrastructure, and ultimately that people that has brought so much hell onto the earth. So that's classified also. That's above top secret. That's the most classified subject in all of the Caucasian governments. They all universally agree and know that can't be revealed. That's part of the highest of their secret society, secrets upon pain of death that they can never reveal no matter what they're going through. They got to respect that and keep that all the way hush hush. And any whistleblower will get done like, damn, did I erase him already? Yeah, I erased it already. We'll get done like he did in front of Trump's hotel. In front of Trump's hotel in Vegas. Anybody that revealed those kind of secrets will get done like him, and their family would get done like him. So that's why that's understood between them. So they got to find other ways to go to war with each other. But once they start rolling over on each other and these whistleblowers and these secrets do start coming out, then the kingdom of Satan is falling. Babylon is falling. And that's what is going on right now. If Satan cast out Satan, how then shall his kingdom stand? It won't. That's why it's falling, because Satan now is snitching and rolling over and giving up these secrets and whistleblowing on each other. That's why it's falling. Trump is trying to save it, but Trump can't save it. Can't nobody save it. He's actually going to be used to expedite the fall, to take it there on a rocket ship. Yeah. Carl Muhammad, salute. Carl, God Family USA. Candace is absolutely necessary. Candace Owens is absolutely necessary. It don't mean that she loves us or we got to love her, but she's necessary, just like Trump is necessary. Just like Satan is necessary. Satan is necessary. This is where we got to grow up and mature and get above our feelings and our emotions. Satan is necessary because God, if you believe in God, God is the only creator. So if Satan and evil and pain and all that exists, God is the one who had to create it, right? You believe in God? You believe Satan exists? Satan didn't create itself. Satan is here for a purpose. Bigger than your feelings, bigger than your emotions. So we got to mature up and find out what that purpose is and get on the side of that purpose. Line our minds up with that purpose, with that understanding. If not, then, be in your emotional bag and do whatever you do. That's on you. Von Eric, blessings to all. Wa alaikum salam. Yeah, they know very well about the mother wheel, mother plane, mothership, and the 1,500 little baby wheels. They know very well about it. Only ones don't know about it is us, because we keep listening to these small hat medias talking about this aliens, it's demons and Anunnaki and Nephilim, everything but what it really is, which is the black scientists, holy wise God, black scientists, your brothers from this planet, flesh and blood black people. That's who it is. Gerald Jones, second, salute. Daryl Jackson, yep. Cosmic top secret, yep. Eyes only, above cosmic, yep. Caramel King, declassified Tupac information next. I don't think that's nothing really big to declassify. Everybody in the street know what that is. Ahmad Jabril, like one of them old cowboy John Wayne gangster movies. You know, John Wayne was supposed to be the president, but he declined and they used Ronald Reagan instead. John Wayne was supposed to be the president. Natrice Smith, Trump is only doing this for brownie points. Nah, I don't think Trump needs no brownie points, Natrice. Who's going to give him brownie points? Trump don't need no brownie points. From what? From ninjas? From us? Nah. No, sis. That's emotions. That's not it. Peace, Jamila. I see my sister Jamila, God sis in the building. Hope Will, all facts. The comet, he ain't gonna release the Epstein files though. I don't know. We'll see. That's a good one right there. We should press him. You know what I'm saying? We got the power in social media to do it. Y'all don't realize the power y'all got in social media. Speaking of social media and pressure, your boy Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying? He didn't catch too much pressure from this by these guys. This is the ADL. I talked about this yesterday. Anti-Defamation League, the ones that give black people so much pressure that we got to apologize and give away hundreds of thousands of dollars to charity and go visit the Holocaust Museum and got to take classes of tolerance and all kind of stuff. But when Elon Musk does this in front of the whole world twice, saying it from his chest, then the ADL said this is a delicate moment. It's a new day, and yet so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems to us, the ADL, that Elon Musk just made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute. That's not don't believe what your eyes and your ears saw and heard. But again, we appreciate that people are on edge. But in this moment, all sides should just give one another a bit of grace. You know, like we never gave the ninjas, how we press them and make them apologize and cancel them and get them fired and get them ostracized. And even if they do apologize, we say we don't accept their apology. We got to watch you for a protracted period of time to make sure you're really one of our friends. But none of that applies to 20-something billionaire Elon Musk and his bold inauguration salute right in your face. And no, when it comes to him, we need to all give each other a bit of grace, perhaps even the benefit of the doubt. Give him the benefit of the doubt. But all these ninjas that we cancel on a regular basis and send on an apology tour for the rest of their life, they don't get no grace, they don't get no benefit of doubt, and they don't get to take no breath. Don't you love it? Don't you just love it? And these are the people that you think is the chosen people that you scared to say anything bad against. You know they the culprits. You know they the masterminds. You know they the ones got the battery in your back that made you hate this dude and anybody else. You got it by permission, emotional battery in the back permission by them people. And you scared to say anything about their ass. You scared to say anything against these people. Let's hope for healing. Let's hope for healing and work towards unity in the months and years ahead when it comes to Elon, the 400 and something billionaire that's allied with Trump, who don't give a F about, the rainbow small caps. He playing ball though, he still got to play ball and be wise, but that's why Elon did that. Why you think he did this on Trump's inauguration? Why do you think he did that? That's just a quirk. He's just a quirk. He got Tourette syndrome, and that's the first thing. He was just so excited. He just, sending his heart. My heart goes. He didn't go like this. He didn't do that. No, we saw what he did. But you, the ADL, wants us to not believe our own lying eyes. But, you know, we've seen our own brothers and sisters get totally destroyed for much less and still ain't getting trusted, still ain't got jobs, still blackballed or whiteballed for the rest of their life. So I love it. I love to be able to share, you know, this. Translation, they've invested more money in him than in Kanye. Yeah, you know, you see this dude, like, you can't control Trump. Trump has Gentile white military generals, general military scientists backing him up. He's just not a mafia dude out there in the front. He's advised. He has advisors that are not small caps. They're actually furious at the small caps and furious at the power and the influence and control that they have had over the United States government for so many years now, since 1913 or 14, whenever they got sold out, whenever the US dollar and country got sold out, you know, the gold standard, and then they let not the IRS, but they let the what's the Treasury? What is this called? Federal Reserve, them international bankers of those particular ethnic families, them international bankers who own the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has nothing to do with the United States government. It's just like Federal Express. You know, FedEx, that don't have nothing to do, just because it's named Federal Express, it has nothing to do with the United States government. You think it do. No, those is international small cap families, banker families, that the United States has took over their currency, took over the United States currency, and they have to, the United States has to borrow money from them. So they're terrified now because Trump don't represent that. Trump is self-made, and he is allied now with the people who got the muscle. The muscle knows that they've been getting manipulated by these bankers, these international bankers, these small families of, you know, small cap ethnic, small cap banker families that always fund both sides of a war or a conflict. They even funded this guy, they funded him to do that to their own little poor people. Do you know that? So he knows that. Trump knows that very well. Trump knows that. He know how to play ball. He know how to play that game. And they know he knows that. They know that George Soros used to claim to be one of those. Now he claimed to be an atheist. They know that they call him mimetic. Whoever they're around, they'll change their name or change their religion or change this and change that, lying, just so they can get up, you know, in a circle and close to the positions of power, so they're going to influence them no matter where it is. Trump knows all of that. He ain't lived this long and got to where he got without knowing that. He is not one of them. That is who he be calling out George Soros by name. It's not just George Soros, it's whoever else George Soros is aligned with, if we want to call them names out. But they all from the same small cap, small cap claiming group. So it's bigger than Nino Brown. It's not what y'all think, but everybody knows so much. And when you hear me or people like myself in the nation talking about it and it's flowing so smooth, you think we freestyling. You think we speculating. You think we theorizing like we just theorists and guessing. No, we've been studying this all of our life in the nation. That's why it flows so smooth. But, when our people hear us say that, they say, oh, we can flow too. We can come up with our own theories and imaginations too. No, we're not imagining. We're not theorizing. We're not guessing. But, when I make myself available, then, people want to contend and contest, like, and dispute. All right, I don't know why you feel like you want to do it just because you can. but you're just going to put your foot in your mouth and you're just going to get wrapped up with your own pride and your own ego and embarrassed, and you're going to try to hold that position publicly instead of just, ask questions. Just because you feel a certain way, that means absolutely nothing. You've seen where your feelings got you with these politicians you voted for, right? With these Dr. Fauci's and these Bidens and these Kamala Harris's and all these Obamas that you've been voting for. You've seen where your feelings got you, right? You might want to hang up the feelings and use your brain. Use actual research, stuff that's hard. I don't want to do it because it hurt my brain, or you too lazy. I ain't got the energy. I ain't got the time. Well, we do. That's what we do over here in this thing called Your Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite leader, Malcolm X. What book did he read from cover to cover? Why he had such masterful diction? Because he mastered the dictionary. He did something that ninjas all over the world is not going to do. Read a book and really read it for comprehension and understanding for the purpose of mastering this enemy's language. So who did he get his degree from? He got his degree from his teacher, the most honored and most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Look at Elijah Muhammad's students. Look at the quality of Elijah Muhammad's students and their intellectual brilliance, their heart, their testicles, their track record, their appearance, their health. No competition, no match, no equal, nowhere. And this is your information, but you just reject it. You turn it down. You say, you accuse him of he's a con man, or he's a pedophile, or he killed Malcolm X and they did this. All right. If you say so. It's all lies, but if you say so, you know better than us. Good luck out there under this Trump, this final presidency. Good luck out there, anti-NOI black folks. Good luck, because you're going to need it. You're going to need every bit of it. But here's the StreamYard link. Anybody disagrees with me? See how I make myself available? Knowing that you disagree with me and knowing I'm going to trigger you with what I say, because I invite you. I challenge you. I dare you to get on here and tell me what you really think. Tell me what you really think if you disagree with me. You disagree with Farrakhan, disagree with the nation. This is what this is for. You only got two options, remember? It's either us or them. Well, no, I'm independent. I got my gun. I got my survival kit, supplies. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Say so. There's the StreamYard link. Let me know. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you know better than us. Let me know what you've accomplished greater than this. Let me know and show me the understanding, the insight, the prophecy, the interpretation, the revelation that's greater than this. We're all ears. We're all waiting. We're all waiting to see that better proof. Let me find this. Yeah, so I didn't want to I don't really want to get into this too much, but this is a blueprint. This is a prototype of what you can expect and what we're going to expect, and we're going to see much, much more of. They're going to make it black. They're going to make it a black thing, as we already know. They tried to make it. They started off the year trying to make it that with this guy, right? And what the FBI said, that he was a member of the Nation of Islam, a black American Muslim of the Nation of Islam. So if you know that to be false, and we know it that is false, and you know that they're trying to set us up and set the minister up and all of that, do you think it's safer on the sidelines? Where do y'all think it's safer at? Do y'all think it's safer to not affiliate with Farrakhan and the nation at this point? Y'all think that's the safer bet? You just gonna act like Peter, you know, on the cross, at the cross, deny them thrice. You're gonna deny the nation or Farrakhan 3 times before the cock crows once. You think that's safe? You think they don't know? You think Elon Musk and everybody else ain't surveying and monitoring everybody's communication? Do you think there's a such thing as a private conversation? You think you're hiding from anybody? You know, be so many people. I ain't gonna show my face on social media because then people like, if you know, I be just trying to be nice or kind or just pardon the pure foolery, insanity, buffoonery of anybody getting on here talking about I'm not gonna show my face because I don't want them people or some people. Man, do you got a light bill? Do you got an electricity bill? Do you got a driver's license? You know what I'm saying? It's just sad, man. We sad. We so sad. We so painfully blind, deaf and dumb, mentally blind, deaf and dumb, especially about our enemy and what you think you hiding from the real enemy. These people, they know more about you than you. They know more about you than you. They know where you at when you don't know where you at. When you lost on the freeway. When you lost somewhere and how do I get back to the freeway? A lot of time they might be on your OnStar, on your Siri, might be telling like, get your stupid ass, make a left right here. They know where you are more than you do. Salute Les Pickett. Malika, I see you. Peace. Yeah, Daryl Jackson, easy target on the sideline. That's the easiest target. Quiz Money say moving forward, it's definitely going to be harder for the folks who refuse to love on their own. Yeah. So I'm not going to try to bore you. I don't want to talk your ear off, and I ain't like I'm trying to spank on nobody. I just have heard it. I heard some stuff earlier today, and nobody ever gets on the live with me. I always invite them to come over here and have a adult conversation, and they never show up. They love to make their own little videos over there about us. Never get on a video or a live conversation with us, though. That's just the epitome of lame, coward, weirdo, loser, you know, and I be steady over here calling for it. Steadily over here just calling for it respectfully or, you know, disrespectfully, however they want it. You're not going to pull me off my square like and make me uncivilized. But when I be saying I dare you or this and that, or, you know, that's idiotic or insane or whatever, you know, they take that disrespectful. So if it's disrespectful, just get on here and check me and prove me wrong. Prove to me that that's not what you are. Devon Cutmore, everyone's face is in the facial recognition system on every phone, tablet, TV, security, or doorbell camera. Yeah, if you got a license. If you ever took a picture for a license, a state ID, you ever been booked, you know what I'm saying? You ever been on an airplane, you won't have to have your picture taken, which is associated with your information. You got a debit card. You got a Cash App card. You got what? You got anything that you know, plastic that you buy stuff with. They know what you eat. They know what type of sanitary products. If you're a woman, they know what your time your cycle is per month. Like, come on, man. What do you think these supercomputers is for? What do you think all this supercomputer AI technology shit is for? Just Me One tuning in soon. West Coast Cam, salute. All love. Party time is over. It's wartime, and it always been wartime. It was slaughter time prior to now. We was just getting slaughtered. It's only war when we fight back. So now that we're fighting back, and the initial war is an information war. So we're fighting back as far as arming ourselves with information, so we're not as easily deceived and tricked as we always have been. So yeah, now is wartime. Now the war is on because it's information war, and then it's going to turn into a verbal war. And then it gets physical. That's just the natural progression of it. And then after that, we free. Matic, right? If you have a social security number, you're on record. And if you think you so slick, you think you Tom Cruise or 007, and you think you got some slick fake ID stuff, you are a fool. You ain't fooling nobody, because the feds is the one making the fake IDs. You thought you got a little plug that gives you some fake, that been over in the 90s. That been over with in the 90s, early 90s. If you do got a fake ID, then they got, a case on you. And they can come roll up on you anytime they want to and say, you won't have to do this for us, or we're going to lock you up for this felony that you got, this federal felony that you got. Watch what they going to do under Trump. You going, especially because Trump is he beating the leaves. He beating the bushes now. He driving all the little snakes and water moccasins and all that out the FBI. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to be a FBI, but they're getting way and more extreme now. They're going to do all kind of extreme stuff that you never thought that they was going to do. Yeah. Oh man, my mouse battery low. They probably in my laptop, draining my battery. Ain't no telling. As long as you stand with Allah and fight for the truth, you never lose. Yeah. But we got to know who Allah really is. You got to find who the real God is today, because the mystery God ain't going to work. Not today. Mystery God will no longer work. Grace for the mystery God is over with. Ms. Lovelace, Honorable Minister Farrakhan has already instructed us on what to do. Yeah. But we still got to keep the oil in our lamp. We still got to keep up to date and up to speed, because things will change. Plans will change. Certain adjustments have to be made. You got to adapt and adjust based on certain circumstances, because if we knew the hour and the day and exactly how this was going to happen and that was going to happen, then we wouldn't need that. But the fact that we don't, he instructed us generally what to do, but not specifically, because things are going to change, and we wouldn't be able to speak on that over no whatever anyway. That's why it's mandatory to stay up to date. Because things change, plans change. I've never met a black person that loves black people the way that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan loves us. It's an unconditional love that only God has. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely. Jabril, why are you hostile? I don't know what y'all talking about. Yeah, Gerald Jones, the second supercomputer at the DMV camera. Yeah. Daryl Jackson, Whitney Webb is a white woman that will inform you about how the government is tracking you and their future plans. City to city enterprise, they already know everyone. Yep. Cousin Pookie on the couch, salute. Hip hop, Snoop Dogg proudly supports President Donald Trump. Does he? I don't know. I haven't heard that. Did he say something today that we don't know about? I haven't heard that one. Calm Islamly. Why you got a sword on the upper part of your flag? You keeping secrets? Who is that? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Are y'all talking to somebody else? Or are you talking to me, Calm Islamly? Hop on the live with me. Even if you are talking about somebody else, hop on the live with me so we can know exactly what you're talking about. Honor Roll, thank you, Honor Roll, for the super chat. Salute, big Honor Roll. Black man, trying to be a man. We already black, trying to be a man about it. Where am I missing you? I'm late. Let me scroll and catch up with y'all. 42 away from breaking even. Yeah, hit the like button. Can y'all hit the like button? Hit the like button. Hip Hop Cam Snoop is a proud example. You should follow, strive to be like Snoop. What part of Snoop? What part of Snoop should I be like? Y'all crazy. I'm scrolling. I gotta catch up. Why y'all get rid of them? And y'all, it's on y'all. I can't get. Y'all ain't gonna wrench me. If I see y'all fading somebody, I ain't gonna jump in. Y'all ain't gonna hit me with the wrench. Do what y'all gotta do. Daryl Jackson, I've been close to the minister and see and feel a divine presence in him. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's God in person. That's God in a man, the most fully displayed of God in a man that I ever seen. Because I never seen the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in person. Closest thing to God in person that I seen is Farrakhan. The fullest expression that I ever seen in flesh and blood is Farrakhan. Fred Braxton, Cam, do you think the old school boycotting would work for us, or is it played out in the 21st century? Nah, boycotting ain't played out. Depends on what you're talking about boycotting. Yeah, we all should boycott. That's what Exodus means. Separate from relying and supporting on, your enemy, because we the ones been upholding their whole system. We're the brains and the brawn and the gifts and the talents behind their whole system and the soul behind their whole system. So if we unplug from them and bring that all, call that all in and do that for each other and with each other, yeah, that's boycotting. I'm 1,000% with that. Yeah, it's going to happen one way or another anyway. So those of us in the nation already kind of have been doing that for 90 years, 95 years almost. But yeah, that's absolutely what we should do, and we're going to be forced to do it in a few days. Okay, I'm down at the bottom now. I got the Gerald Jones driver's licenses are GPSs. Yeah, that little strip. And passports and debit cards, fully equipped with icon hieroglyphics and tech fibers to track, including fingerprints. Yeah, anything, all these identification cards now, the stuff that you buy and sell and stuff with, all got that technology on it. Yeah. Hip hop, Calm Islamly, hit the link. Got 2 minutes. Hey. Wrench Mob G's, Wrench Mob Angel said y'all only got 2 minutes. I will not interfere. Ruben Muhammad, wa alaikum salam to the lovers of truth and righteousness and right. We are here. Man, I went over an hour already, and let me plug this. Yusuf Arlan, Big Yusuf said 2 minutes and the block party gonna start. DJ gonna start playing that music. The last song you'll ever hear over here. The last song you'll ever hear. You don't want to RSVP to that party, because it don't stop. Thought I told you that it don't stop. Nate the Greatest, salute. Elmatic, Jabril, Yusuf, Honor Roll, AO. Man, Wrench Mob, Jesus the craziest. Wrench Mob, Jesus the craziest. All that wall tagging won't fly over here, man. All that wall banging, wall tagging, all that graffiti on the wall. whacking out my murals. Trying to get y'all Kendrick on whacked out murals. Y'all trying to whack out my murals. It's not gonna work. Right. Swan song, yeah. That's the that's the Block Party official song, is the Swan song. The last song you'll ever hear. Malika, boycotting / protesting got Fat Joe fired from hosting the BET Awards. Yeah, it works. It works if we stand on it. If we stand on that business, it always have worked. But since we worship and we're 304s for money or for fame and attention, we wind up breaking the picket line. We break the boycott line because now we got the opportunity to go run and get something for ourselves, while everybody else is trying to be in solidarity and hold the line and be a solid wall. And then the weak links get a chance to jump out there and get something for themselves, like Fredo and The Godfather. It was something for me on my own. It was something in it for me on my own. But yeah, boycotting / protesting / withholding our dollars, withholding our support, withholding our gifts and our services and our work. All of that works. That's what when I played the clip yesterday about the Nazi paperclip operation, paperclip scientists, Werner von Braun and 1,500 other scientists. Look what they did. America embraced them and brought them here and changed their identities, gave them executive positions in industry and corporations over America, over you and me that bled, sweat, and died here for 300 years. City to city.
Hey, Brother Ken, we sitting here arguing about who they coming for after they get rid of who they trying to go after now. They can't have a man. I can't. Sometimes you be saying to get on here and talk, but there's a lot of stuff you really can't even say on here.
Right.
What they not doing.
You said Trump and them, who they coming for next?
Yeah.
They coming for us.
Oh, nigga. What?
You thinking?
They
man.
Yeah, this is what agenda's about.
Man.
Original.
So
man.
why ain't nobody doing nothing then?
We are doing something. We preparing. I represent the Nation of Islam. I'm a member of my own sovereign nation, and we've been preparing for them for decades.
Yeah, Brother Oliver Muhammad I'm not gonna say nothing right now, but dang, I'm thinking.
Yeah, they gonna come in the form of police and National Guard and certain, I don't think, don't get me wrong, because if you believe in God, God is real, and we ain't on no religion time. The real God is real flesh and blood, holy, wise, righteous, warrior gods. That's human beings. A lot of people don't believe in that, but that's something else. But there's righteous secret societies on this planet that always existed, which is the black man secret society of the gods. And they got knowledge, wisdom, technology. Huh?
We talk about all of that. I know what you're talking about, but what was you finna say?
But I was saying that, remember I said Hitler, when Jesse Owens won those medals, and Hitler refused to stand for him. And he talked bad about it. Kind of let the cat out the bag. They would bring one to come get us next.
I couldn't hear him real good. What he said.
I was telling the brother that at the Olympics when Jesse Owens won those medals and Hitler refused to stand for him, and then he talked bad about him for the next I don't know how many days or whatever. He talked bad about the black man, and that kind of let the cat out the bag. They really wanted to get us.
Well, that was actually, if you know the history of the Aryan and that whole thing, is they studied us. So they was trying to make a a super race equivalent to what we are naturally. So of course, it was a natural amount of envy or jealousy back then. But, Hitler had a super admiration and respect, and he studied what they call a cult, or the black arts, or the mental and spiritual natural powers of the black nation. That's what he studied. He studied the power of melanin. He studied the power of the black man's pineal gland and his muscle fibers and his bone structure and all of that. So they just admired him, and you can't blame them. If I would feel upset with the God too if he made me recessive or weak in a world full of original dominant black people. I would have an issue with the God, and that's why they naturally got an issue with us, because we remind them of their genetic weakness.
Yeah, but it's like
speak on it. You got it. You take your time. Shit. Yeah, you could speak in code language.
I don't want to. I mean, I would like to just let you speak, but it's a lot of things we can't even really say on here, man. Because then they know how we move and how the black man in 2025 is moving. They don't need to know everything.
No, bro, they already know. If you got a cell phone next to you, if you got OnStar and you having a conversation with your bro right now in the car, they know already. You're not hiding nothing. They already know every conversation you ever had about whatever you think you understand, or whatever you know.
Ask him with that drone that flies back and forth over the city.
He said he said you
can. I was asking the brother because a couple of nights ago I stayed up late and I was watching this plane, and this plane kept appearing every so many minutes in the same pattern. So I was telling the brother that I think that's a drone flying over Compton, man.
Watch it.
Yeah, it's back and forth.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And drones is for surveillance, and they for visual surveillance, and they for audio surveillance.
They can pick up things too, huh?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a private conversation no more. That's why we ain't supposed to be doing no dirt.
I said, damn. Kept preparing, man, what the fuck is this supposed to keep doing the same pattern, dude, back and forth, man? I said, damn, it's a drone. And the next morning I read about it. It's just a drone flying over. They try to explain away, saying it goes between the 110 and the 710 just to watch the traffic, to report traffic. Fuck that. They're just collecting shit, man.
Yeah, they collecting the information. It ain't got nothing to do with traffic.
So what we gonna do?
I already said it. You know what I'm saying? The information that we all need is in the nation. You ain't got to be a Muslim. You ain't got to call yourself no Muslim. You just need to be up to speed on the information that you need, that you want, that you're looking for. Certain things, like you said, I ain't gonna go into just right now, but depending on if you're saying what you do, what we gonna do, what you mean by that, yeah, you just got to have military information. And when I say military, I don't mean blickies. I mean knowledge and relationships and understandings on what to do and when to do it.
Right. But it seems like we getting moved on. So while we gang banging on each other, we getting moved on. We pushing on our people, pushing them off. We need them brothers.
Well, just don't be one of them. Don't be one of them.
Ask him. Hey, look.
Yeah, I'm not one of them, but try to say to young brothers, man, come on, y'all. We got to stop doing this to each other. What you say?
Ask him now, since they finna come for the message, should we stand up and say something in defense of the message? Because after the message is out of the way, hey, Cam, now my question to you, brother, is they coming for the Brown brothers first. So the agenda says, right? They're rounding them up, deporting them. And they said Trump even got a program to where he's paying people to report these illegals. So now I'm saying my question to you, brother, is that should we say something and stand with the Brown brother? Because basically after the Brown brothers gone, it's pretty much just us against them.
Well, the Brown brothers ain't never gonna be gone. They too deep. So what he talking about is the 20 million or however ones that's supposed to be illegal, but the legal Mexicans, because all of this used to be Mexico. So the legal, so-called legal Mexicans is already deeper than black people. It's already more Mexicans in America than black people. So they never gonna be the minority. They're gonna keep on growing and growing. So Trump is not gonna come after them like that. He's trying to come after the so-called
Like the bad
migrants.
ones.
Yes. But that ain't gonna
Like
work.
the ones probably selling dope and all of that or something.
Well,
The
everybody
ones that got
dope.
felonies.
Yeah, the pharmaceutical industry is the biggest dope dealer. So he's not worrying about that. What he is on is having to do with economics. People that if they over here and they willing to do jobs for a fraction, a fourth of what the wages are, so that messes up the U.S. economy and U.S. dollars and American jobs and all of that. So that's what he on. He on his paper. He on that paper for them first, right? But those that are really like criminals or whatever, because they supposed to have like 13,000, body dudes with bodies or whatever that they let float among us, or whatever that's illegal, whatever. So
yeah,
he talking about getting rid of them, but you're not even gonna be able to do that. Like it's gonna hit the fan. Like he's gonna start off, it's gonna go strong probably for about a year and a half or whatever, but then it's other stuff that's gonna happen because the family members of these so-called illegal, because the only illegal aliens is these slave master people. This ain't their original land. This is all Native American and Mexican land. So it ain't nothing gonna stop them from coming back and taking their land. So that's a pipe dream. America will never be great, like they said. That's never gonna happen. That's all just media cap. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, I always say that's what they, if you go back to 85, they are the ones that allow them to come here anyway and do work and while they were doing work, lock the black man up, get us on selling dope to each other and destroying us. We got to just be smart on what's going on.
Yeah, that's all. But us black people, the descendants of slaves, all we got to do is stay out their way, because the real warriors, the real righteous warlord, the real gods and angels in the flesh and blood, they on our side. All we got to do is don't take sides with either one of these slave master camps. Don't just stay neutral.
Stay out the way.
Yeah, stay out the way. Take care of your own family. Stock up on some water and survival supplies, some canned goods for a while or whatever, and just watch the show. Just watch the show, because it's gonna get ugly.
All right, then, brother Cam, we're gonna have to go to Tariq Nasheed building and go chop it up.
Yeah,
and we gotta go there and chop it up, so we ain't gonna be on the radio waves.
No, we're still on the radio waves. You got to be careful, because some of the main people that we think is COINTELPRO is real. Agents and snitches is everywhere. So as long as you ain't doing no dirt, then you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, as long as you ain't, I don't do nothing, so I don't care about it. But
somebody gonna
you said,
somebody gonna snitch your plans, no matter what, unless you know who's who and they airtight and you got history with them or whatever. Whoever you talking around is likely gonna run and tell the enemy, some snitch or some informant or something like that. So we ain't got to worry about that. We got them in the nation.
And it's a lot of brothers that don't. It's a lot of brothers that's older and younger that don't even know. I go around asking, who is COINTELPRO, brother? They be like, man, I don't know. Brothers don't even be knowing what that is, man, who they are.
Yeah. But as long as we know, and we responsible, you know what I'm saying, for just warning our people.
To tell every.
Yeah, but we can't force them. All you can do is deliver the warning, deliver the message, you know what I'm saying, and get their blood off your hands. And after that, man, it's on them.
All right, then.
Thanks a lot.
Peace.
Peace. Much love, y'all.
Much love.
All right. Yep. Ruben said we have the champion of war with us. Absolutely. It's war time. It's not party time. It's not play time. It's not shopping time. It's love for self and kind time, love for your own kind time. But it ain't, it's wartime. And we supposed to peace up and squad up and ceasefire up with our own, because we gonna need each other. Ain't nobody else gonna ride for us. Nobody else gonna ride for us. And if we just out there wild acting like we just some renegades or some outlaws or whatever, that's gonna last you about 30 minutes. Your little renegade revolution gonna last you about 30 minutes. And then you're gonna be feeding the worms. So if we really want to survive, and we want our children or our family members or loved ones, mothers, aunties, wives, daughters, nieces, or whatever, to survive, then we got to unite. We got to unite with a real intelligent, black, righteous army, military that's guided and proven guided, and been protected by, clearly it has to be none other than God for us to be able to last this long. Unless you think we just in cahoots with the Satan, we all with Scientology and y'all with the KKK and the such and such. All right, then we'll stay where you at. If that's what you believe, stay where you at. Good luck. Because if everything we done said and did didn't prove that we ain't in cahoots with the devil, especially if we the one teaching you who the devil is, then you just looking for a reason to do your own thing anyway, and you need to stay away from us, and we'll stay away from you. And let's wait and see how all of that works out. Ruben said, if they can't find dirt on you, they will invent some dirt and trump up some false charges on you and move on that. Now ask me how I know. Yeah, from experience. From experience. Africa rounded up Africans and sold them to Arabs. Who sold them to us? It didn't go quite like that, damage. You want to get on here with me real quick? Let's talk about how that really happened. Because you're making statements that are not really accurate. So I would love to get on the live and have a conversation instead of talking with comment type words. It says Africa rounded up Africans and sold them. The term Abdul means slave. The word and the concept of slave and slavery was never wicked, racist, torturous, whatever. The thing that we call slavery today that white people did to us in America and have done all over the planet, that's not slavery. That's satanic bondage and affliction. That's terrorism. Slavery that Africa was familiar with, and that even that Middle East was familiar with, because black people are the original Arabs. The original Arabs are black people. Black people, Africans aren't black people. Black people aren't just Africans. Black people are every continent. Every continent. So for you to even say Africa or something like that, that's black people is everywhere. The original Muslims, the original Arabs are black. And the term for slave in Arabic by us original black people is Abdul. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That means slave of, servant, slave of. We're willing slaves of Allah. So your interpretation or your understanding or whatever is incorrect. If you knew anything about the lessons or the teachings of the Nation of Islam, it clearly shows and proves us that the slave traders back then in early 1500s lied. They made a false interpretation to the chiefs of our people in Africa that their workers who are servants or slaves would receive more gold in this new country called America than what they was receiving here at home in Africa. And they asked those chiefs, can we buy your servants, your slaves, your workers, your engineers, your architects, your mathematicians, your builders? And we'll make sure that they get more they earn more gold in our new country, helping us build our new world than they're making here. They lied to the African chiefs, and the African chiefs thought that they was doing, because they never met no devils. They didn't know that devils would do that. They didn't know once they countrymen or they tribesmen got took to those slave ships that they was going to be in hell for the next 470 years. They lied and made an interpretation, and our people in Africa didn't know that's what was happening to us over here. So I would love for you to get on the live with me though and dispute it if you disbelieve it or you disagree. Now you want to say tan? Shit, whatever, man. I guess you don't want to have no live conversation with me. But that's what I'm here for. Here for live conversations. Here to be challenged. I wish y'all would challenge me. Wish you would knock me off of this Mr. Know-It-All hill that I seem like I'm standing on. Knowledge, real talk. That's my name, Abdul. Yep, it's my son's name. Ruben Muhammad. No matter what Africa did, the Supreme Being has put America, USA, in the #1 spot on his list of nations to be destroyed. And no matter what Africa did, the same God created devil. So why focus on so-called Africans? Why not put the blame on God who created devil in the first place? Right? Why can't we be that mature? Why can't we have that conversation on who made devil and why? You believe in God? Are you an atheist? If you believe in God, then we need to have a conversation about why your God created devil and brought all of this hell onto the earth and all this grief and misery and pain and slavery and disease and terror and horror onto the earth. Your God did that. My God did that. Now, do we want to have that conversation instead of focusing on African chiefs and slavery? We want to have that conversation? That's what I want to have. I want to see who's mature enough that they can have that conversation with me. Why did God make devil? Did God not know devil was going to do what devils do? Anybody want to have that conversation with me? That's a real, power pack, value pack, valuable conversation. That subject. KMS, is employee a better word than slave to describe what they had going on in Africa? It could be, but a slave is somebody that it's just like a student also, or it's a prisoner of war. A slave is also a prisoner of war, right? So it's somebody that could be working off a debt or working off a crime or voluntarily working as a servant. Either way, you're a servant. So if you believe in Jesus or, that Jesus is a servant, you know what I'm saying? I come as a servant. I'm here to serve. God himself is a servant. God himself is a servant. So it just depends on what you understand, how well you understand words and the concepts of words. But yeah, it ain't necessarily employee. Did Jesus get paid? Did Jesus do what he did for money? No, he was a slave of the Father. He was a slave of his people. He didn't do that as an employee. He wasn't getting a wages. The wages of sin is death. The love of money was the root of all evil, according to Christianity. It's wrong to enslave people? Not necessarily. So is it wrong to imprison people? If somebody violates or commits a crime against you, you shouldn't enslave them. You shouldn't, make them work off a restitution or a debt. They shouldn't become a servant to the people that they violated. Why is it wrong to enslave people? We're just not enslaving just people. It's wrong to do what white people did and enslave people just because they black. That's wrong. That's what I told you. That's different. That's not slavery. That's satanic bigot race hatred or something. That's something else. Slavery is not wrong. Just like prison is not wrong. Ruben said, why did God make devil and what did he make devil from? Man, hop on the live, please. Not Ruben, because Ruben is my big brother, same mother and same father, who brought me into the nation. You know what I'm saying? All praise is due to Allah for my big brother, Ruben Muhammad, that paved the way for big head little brother Cam to even know what I know and say what I say and whatever. Any good influence, came through Minister Farrakhan by way of my big brother putting me up on it. So I'm trying to do for y'all what he did for me. All praise is due to Allah. And when I say Allah, I don't mean spook, spirit, mystery, ghost God. I mean the original, very first one of us, the supreme one of us that self-created himself in the beginning, the black man God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ahmad Jabril. Oh yeah, support. Yeah, definitely support the Cash App. If y'all getting any kind of value from this, you know what I'm saying, definitely. It's not a mandatory though, but yeah, if the Lord puts it on your heart, definitely put it in my Cash App. Because this is how I'm paying bills and stuff right now. So, but I appreciate y'all though, just listening. That's the best pay, is paying attention. Just paying attention and soaking it up for the benefit of you and your family and our people, our community. Because this is not my knowledge. This is your knowledge that we just been keeping over here in our brains and shit till you felt like it's time for you to, start benefiting from your own wisdom. So this is knowledge of self. This is supreme wisdom that belongs to you. This is your nature. It's been locked up in your DNA forever. But now, our people is being resurrected and raised back up to be able to tap into it and benefit from it. Because that's the armor. That's the real armor of God that we need to withstand all the wiles of Satan, the deception, the poison, the attacks, the disunity, the COINTELPRO, all of that is being launched on us at an all-time high like never before. So this information alone can withstand all of that. It can stave off all of that, and it makes us appreciate each other and love each other, respect each other even more because we love ourselves. We love the fact that we directly connected with the originator. We direct descendants of the God that created the heavens and the earth, not some spook, ghost, mystery, energy, amoeba, ghost story. No, you are direct descendants, genetic, physical, flesh and blood descendants of the almighty originator God that don't have no beginning and no ending. So you should be praising your supreme self for that. Give him all praise to the Most High, whatever you name or title that you understand him as. It's the same character. We embrace it all. They just don't embrace us. You got so-called Christians, so-called Orthodox Muslims, so-called Jews or Hebrew Israelites. Everybody like, nah, we don't believe in what y'all. Okay, cool. We recognize, all your prophets and the God you believe in as our God also, but y'all don't recognize us. You say, no, we doing something different, and you don't, no, we not y'all, and we not no Muslim. Okay. So when it come down to it, you won't be able to say that we rejected you. You're going to have to say, no, we rejected the truth when it came to us. We rejected the olive branch. We didn't understand their language, or we didn't agree with, their expression of it. So we rejected it. So that out of your mouth into the God's ears, especially if it's all in your favor, you see the benefits. You see, we ain't violated nobody. but maybe your ego, maybe it violated your ego. But shit, if that's what you're standing on, then you really laying down. I think Quiz Money, I think they knew the difference between their devilish ways and slavery. That's why they called it slavery, right? So they didn't have to call it terrorism. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. They changed the name of everything. They call terrorism freedom fighter. We're peacekeepers. Ain't that what Bush and all of them were? Peacekeepers, global peacekeepers. No, nigga, you invaders and terrorists. According to the countries that you don't live in, that you're invading and terrorizing, you call yourself peacekeepers. They call you terrorists and the great Satan. You're bombing their cities and towns and children and old people back into the Stone Age, and you calling it freedom fighter. You calling it peacekeeper. Pardon me. Keeping peace. No. So one man's patriot, one man's hero or freedom fighter is another man's terrorist, depending on what side you're on, right? So they masters at changing the language, changing the words around. We need some damage control. Damage made yourself in a certain way back. I don't know what y'all are arguing about, damage. I was enjoying the live and just I guess y'all talking to each other. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. My honor roll salute. Honor roll say habitual line stepping. Habitual line stepper. And the fight back is insurrection. Right. Terrible titles. They create the narrative. They control the media. They can flood the media with their words and their definitions and their agendas and say it over and over and over and over. And it's called programming. So they program everybody who's listening to them. They say it over and over till you start thinking that it's the truth, because they keep sticking to their lie. They keep sticking to their story. This is my story and I'm sticking to it. And that's part of the science of tricknology. The science of telling lies, tricks and lies, how to steal, rob, delete and master the original people. It's tricknology. Thank you, Gerald. Big Gerald Jones got your Cash App. Thank you, Big Gerald. It's a science. It's what the Bible called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of the knowledge of evil. The original righteous people in the beginning, when we first made this race called Adam, or the Adamites, or the Adamic race, we didn't have knowledge of evil. We didn't have a knowledge of or science of the knowledge of evil. All we knew was our nature, our dominant nature, which was righteousness, telling the truth, peace, love, all of the righteous, pleasant attributes. We didn't practice them perfectly, because we did, slip up and from time to time do some stupid stuff, some evil. And we didn't understand why that was in us and why that would pop up out of us, periodically. But it let us know that it was something else going on in us, some dormant, underdeveloped expression or attributes, a whole range of opposite attributes, negative attributes. So the gods finally, grew enough to where they said, okay, it's time to pull our right hand back and let our left hand fully express itself for 6 days. Do that work. Be the God of this world for 6 days, and on the 7th day be laid to rest forever. That's what 6 days a week and 7th-day Adventists and the Sabbath and all that means. It means the 6 days or the 6,000 years that we gave our devil self, our devil expression, power and time to rule, gave it a physical form, physical body, a race, and gave it power and dominion to rule us and rule the planet and rule everything of life on the planet for 6 days. The number 6 is the number of a man, mark the number of the beast people, this people. But on the 7th day, or the Jubilee, the 7th day, they will be put to rest for all of their work, their wicked work because it's a work. They performed a divine function by doing a full range of wickedness on this planet. That was a work. That was a work of God. That was to produce in us an eternal antibody and eternal immunity, spiritual and mental and physical immunity to evil, to wickedness. It was a virus of wickedness that widespread over the planet for the last 6,000 years that infected every aspect of life on this planet and forced all life to mutate and quantum leap up to immunity. You're either going to get wiped out or you're going to develop an immunity against wickedness, against devil, against evil, against Satan. And then after that, the whole physics of creation, the atoms, the molecules, the electrons, the protons, all of that would be able to be perfected. So now the whole creation would be able to be turned into a new heaven and a new earth, because the laws of the old physics, which involve negative, positive, and negative force, can now be mutated to positive, positive. It's still a pair, it's still male and female, still going to be pair principle, but instead of positive, negative, now it's positive, positive. And that's what the God, Master Father Muhammad, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad have already mastered. They already have started creating and perfecting the creation and creating new things based on new physics, new reality, new mathematics. And that's why the Bible say, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard exactly what that life and those creations and that new heaven and that new earth is going to be like. Because it won't be revealed until the power of this devil people is broken. All the new physics, all the new revelations, new science, old sciences and new sciences won't be revealed to the people until, a few more years until this people is broken in war. Their power and their influence over us is broken in war, which is coming in a few days, a few years, maybe 3.5 years. And then after that, you will see more and more of this get released. And matter of fact, it's going to be released and revealed by the man that you think is dead. But, that just sounds like a good old fairy tale Bible story, right? So we'll see. Let's just try to stay alive. Let's stay alive. So if we all are here, those of us that's still alive 3.5 years, 4 years from now, then, we're going to see. Rube said, man, I respect and admire y'all's patience fasting right now. Man, yeah. I'm scrolling. Right. There's nothing wrong with arguing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with arguing as long as we don't disrespect and violate and cuss each other out and call each other unnecessary derogatory names. There's nothing wrong with being passionate, even if you're going to put some emotion and feeling behind your argument, but at least just argue. We call it reasoning. Let's just reason together, lay your case, present your case, your evidence, your proof, your circumstantial evidence, whatever. We'll produce ours, you know what I'm saying? I'll learn something from your argument. You'll learn something from my argument. I'll go away even more well-rounded from having argued with you and vice versa. That's how it's supposed to be. Ain't got nothing to do with feelings or emotions or whatever. I want to know. I'm learning. I'm a student. I'm always a student. I'm learning from everybody. Anybody that has a voice, I'm learning something from. If you know how to talk or you know how to communicate, I'm going to learn something from you. That's it. Muhammad Jabril Kam was Prophet Muhammad of Arabia related to Hagar and Abraham. I don't know. I don't know. We taught that Prophet Muhammad was related to Master Father Muhammad's mother, the white mother of Master Father Muhammad. We taught she was from the bloodline of Prophet Muhammad. But yeah, I don't know about Hagar and Abraham being related to Prophet Muhammad. I don't know about that. But I know as above, so below. There's black Adams and there's white Adams. There's many of the prophets were biracial, so they covered, fulfilling the scriptures of both races, like Moses or Musa, half original, Mustafa and Muhammad, half original. It was somebody else that was half original, so that covers a lot of the areas that if we say that the Adam of the Bible was the first white race, first white man, Adam and Eve was the first white people, then how is the prophets black? How is the prophets black if the prophets are supposed to be from the bloodline or the lineage or the genealogy of Adam? That's because there was a black Adam and there was a white Adam. And in some cases, there was biracial prophets that covered both races. IMG forever. Peace, Cam. I'd like to see you chop it up live with Melchizedek, Shabazz Allah one of these days. I think that'll be dope. Yeah, that'll be dope. If he's willing to do it, I'll be definitely willing and eager to do that. Absolutely. There's no arguing. It's the truth. No, we argue. There's nothing wrong with argue. The Quran say argue in the best manner. Well, argue is you do that every time you say something that somebody else disagree with. It's just like in a court. I'm going to argue my case. It don't mean that you're screaming and yelling and cussing. That's not what arguing means. Arguing means that you just debating. You know what I'm saying? Wrangling over a point. Scientists argue all the time. They don't argue out of emotions. They argue about, this calculation says this, and no, I think this, so we too emotional, man. We too in our feelings. We put emotion behind too much. We'll be way better off if we took emotions off, took emotions out of all of this. What are y'all in that? Y'all, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to do this, man, because from what I see, I'm seeing some unnecessary emotional communications and distractions in the chat. So I don't want to step in and I wish I would stop before I have to stop it. Ruben say cower, to shrink away or crouch, especially for shelter from something that menaces, domineers, or dismays. Yeah, cower. We know it as punk out. It's being a punk and being too scared to face and deal with what we should face and deal with. Yeah. What time is it? 1:47. I guess I can stay on. Dang, I didn't think I was gonna be on here that long. King Z, it's our duty to spread the truth. If we know anything about, like I said, the Nation of Islam Supreme Wisdom Lessons by Master Fard Muhammad, there's a specific section in there called the Problem Book, the 34 Problems. And this gives a student a knowledge of, a miserable state of condition that our Savior found us in. Gives it to us in a mathematical way, in a way that we can take our emotions out of it and study it for what it really is, and study the problem and the solution, which does not involve emotions. But unfortunately, our people function 85 to 100% on emotions instead of the opposite, which is why we can't get nowhere, because we'll look for a reason to argue and get emotional with each other instead of just focusing on the actual problem and solution. But our problem is emotions. Our problem is emotions, and solution is not being emotional. Allowing somebody to say whatever they're going to say and you not emotionally react. It takes two to tango. It takes two to F up when it comes to, messing up a conversation. It's not going nowhere if I don't let it go nowhere. It's not getting turned up and getting crazy if I don't let it. I don't care what you say. F you, it's on when I see you. Okay, peace. Peace to you. Okay. I pray for you. And that's that. Nigga, you ain't no street, nigga. You ain't never been to the pen, nigga. You ain't never peace. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just a brother. I'm just a L7 square brother over here. I don't want no problems. I won't start no problems. You know what I'm saying? I won't promote no problems. However, if you initiate the problem with me or with my people or my community, my leader, then you got some problems on your hand. And, you know, our job is to make sure that you never present that problem ever again, that you're never able to present that problem to another one of us ever again. So that's how that go. Yeah. As in the unwillingness to get on live, right? Right. When it's a live conversation, like you're benefiting from hearing me and being inspired by me showing my face and putting it all on the line. You see me show my children. You see me show my wife. I can't hide. I can't hide from you. I can't hide from Satan. I can't hide from nobody. But you don't see me tripping. You don't see me scared. You don't see me, you know, screaming and cussing. I'm calm. I think I'm calm. I think I'm, you know, I can get irritated or impatient when somebody get on live with me and they just on whatever, you know, other kind of energy, other kind of time they might be on. But I'm gonna give you a chance though. I'm gonna give you a chance, and then when it's clear to me that you can't be reasoned with on this type of a forum, then I'm gonna stop trying to reason with you and move to the next. There's too many people in front of me to worry about who's behind me. There's too many people for me still to get to. That's willing to hear, you know, or talk or share information for me to be worrying about you or whatever issues that you got. Because if they was that valid, then you would have a audience, you would have a YouTube page, you would have a following or whatever way bigger than mine. You wouldn't be over here on mine doing your due. You would be doing it on your own. So that's all. I'm just trying to be a calm voice of reason, a counselor, a brother, or a companion, a friend, good quality company, a soldier that you know is you know is qualified or quality. That's all. It ain't no big thing. Justin, Cam always been solid, respect, salute. That's all I want to be. I just want to be a brother, solid brother. Solid means different things to different people, right? So my solid might be somebody else's lame. Somebody else might think that I'm a lame or I'm arrogant or you cocky or you think you know it all. All right, well, you don't have to be here. This is not the penitentiary. You're not behind the cam walls and you can't get out. You definitely can get out. You can definitely not watch me. You know. Joe says people getting emotional and hating things that they don't understand. Yeah, that's all. That's all it is. And I got to be patient enough to know that it's just some misunderstanding somewhere, that if we talk long enough and calm enough and with enough patience and understanding, and we're going to get to the misunderstanding and we're going to get past the misunderstanding just by communicating. That's why I stay on here for 2 hours or 3 hours instead of for 50 minutes or 20 minutes, because it's going to take time with our people. It's going to take time, and you got to see that I'm willing to take the time with you. You know, other people be like, man, get them off here. Can you get them off here? Like, nah, I mean, we have to get past this misunderstanding. I got to show them that I ain't on no cocky stuff, that I think I know it all. Like, I got to show them the attention and the concern, the one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, that they're valuable. Your opinion is valuable. Your position is valuable. It might not be right, but you are valuable. You are priceless. So I have to show you the respect and the attention and the patience that you are owed, even if you wrong as 2 left feet. Because as we talk, then, you know, then it ain't like I'm telling you what to do. I'm allowing you to figure it out yourself while I'm paying attention to you. because a lot of us just want, the attention that we know that we deserve. We know we priceless. We know we gods. We know we deserve to be known. We should be known for something great. So this is kind of like a platform. If you got any respect for me, then I'm going to show you I respect you, because I really see you as God. I really see you as, God in the person of you. So I don't just, shush somebody off or whatever. Nah, let me hear how quick, your God can start talking to me or talking to the rest of the people. Sometimes it take 20 minutes, sometimes it take an hour, but all it take is, one person. Jesus was one person. Mary was one person. Moses was Muhammad, one person. One person can change the world. You give one person the right amount of attention, right amount of patience, right amount of respect or consideration, you don't know what they're going to be. So I don't disregard nobody. Even if you're trying to attack me, I still might, okay, well, you tough, you know what I'm saying? I can use you and shit. Now it's a challenge. Now I really want to flip you. Now I really want to convert you, because I see your value when it comes to riding. Oh, okay, well, I get you to ride on this level, you're going to be something special. So, but if you're working with feelings and emotions, we'll never get there. I'll never be able to accomplish nothing if I'm dealing with my emotions. So I don't want to bore y'all, and I'll be just trying to share what I understand or what I've been experienced or whatever grade level, whatever grade I'm in. I don't even know what my grade is. I'm hoping at least I got a D- with the Lord. I'm hoping at least I'm passing the grade. I'm hoping I got at least a D-. I ain't got an F with the God. I don't know what my grade is. But I know that I'm better than I was. I know I'm wiser and smarter and sharper than I was. So I know I'm of value to somebody. I don't know if I'm valuable to you, but I know I'm valuable to somebody. Somebody understands or is able to benefit off of my little dumbass grade level, but I don't know who it is. That's all. And then she said, I'm glad you drink in moderation. No, I don't drink no more. I was going through a phase that I was drinking. Yeah. I slipped on a banana peel and I was on the poison. But I don't drink at all. No. And that's a good question, because confession is good for the soul. I didn't never smoke no weed really or nothing like that, because I had a super bad experience when I was 19 and I just was all the way off of the weed thing. But yeah, I got back on the poison fire water for sure, and had to get up off of it because it was tearing my liver up, tearing my organs up, just tearing everything up. I was sinning against myself. You know what I'm saying? Surely I've been greatly unjust to myself. Sinning against myself. The Allah of myself. Violating my temple. So, and that I saw myself giving the satisfaction to my enemy. Like I'm going purchasing poison from this enemy and shit to poison and hurt myself with. Like, nah. My little vindictive, righteous, hard head, rebellious soldier germ kicked in. Like, nah, I ain't finna get these Satan's that joy, that benefit. You know what I'm saying? To know I'm taking myself out. Nope. So it's just how you look at it. I look at my weaknesses. I look at certain illnesses and ailments and stuff like that as an enemy, and I do what's necessary to torture those enemies and to destroy those enemies in myself. And I'm not doing it for y'all. Like, it's just a good thing that I can share it with y'all if somebody asks me that kind of question. Whatever y'all did, I done did. It probably except cocaine. I ain't did no cocaine and shit. But I would have, if I was raised around that, I would have did it. But it ain't nothing, you know. We go through what we go through so we can come out of it as a testimony. You know what I'm saying? So you can see, you know, because I was looking bad. I was looking super bad, feeling super bad. But, you know, I had my reasons. Everybody got their reasons, man. Shit, this person died, this loved one died, or this, and I can't really get at the enemy the way I want to. And I just, my mind is racing, driving myself crazy because I'm feeling like this, feeling like that. So I need something to quiet the rage or the whatever. I was using all kind of weak ass excuses. All weak ass excuses. It was all weakness. It was all devil. It was all weak devil, disbelief, falling into hypocrisy. I knew better. Yeah. You just got to replace it with something else. You know, break that habit and replace it with a different habit. Replace it with a habit of working out. Do something. Just do something else. It's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? When you starving them demons out, you starving them addictions out, you burning them out, you burning that shit out, burning them habits out. That shit gonna hurt. It's supposed to hurt. That's what I'm like. I got a dark sense of humor, so you know, I give everything a personality. Like, so if I got an addiction, it's a personality, nigga. That's not me. That's some other little demon. That's some little parasite or something in me. And I'm gonna tear your ass up. Yeah, that shit hurt. That burn, huh? Yeah, you want that, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna tear your ass up. So I always give personal identities and make them enemies. Any weakness or ailment or disease or affliction or whatever, that's I give it its own devil identity and shit, and I attack his ass. Yeah. So, but that's just me. And maybe, like I said, maybe that works for y'all. Maybe y'all like that's childish to y'all or something. Maybe you got a more enlightened way of handling your demons or your weaknesses or whatever. But that's my sandbox grade level of how I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Rube said, peace to all, may Allah bless each of us to discover and fulfill our purpose from him. Yeah. Yeah. Gerald Jones, one raindrop creates a large amount of ripples. Yeah, I think so, man, because we all connected. We all connected in more ways than we know about. You know what I mean? We all are connected. Yeah, I ain't gonna go into that yet. But yeah, we all are connected. So when we real in tune with ourselves or in tune with God or whatever, we in tune with each other. You know, so I feel if I'm feeling anything, it's not emotion, it's sense. I sense my own people. I sense the pains and the confusions and the lonelinesses and the grief and the loss and the suffering. Like I feel my people. I feel us when we going through that. And I wanna ease that, you know what I'm saying? I wanna relieve them. I want to relieve them. So I know I got to go through it first. I mean, I got to go through it in my personal self and go find what relieves it for me and then share it with y'all, even if, you know, you're not actually doing what I'm doing, but just to know that I am doing it or I'm suffering it with you and I'm doing something that is relieving it, that gives you hope automatically. That just strengthens your faith automatically, because I can't run to the doctor. I can't run to these enemies for no help with nothing. So if whatever I'm getting is relief and is a solution, then it's natural, it's divine, and it's in your favor. So that's all. That's all. We done dealt with almost everything, man. We done dealt with almost every kind of illness, affliction, mental, physical, financial, spiritual. And just the fact that we still here sane and still giving credit to the God, the very, you know, the supreme self in him and in y'all, for y'all to be here, like, Y'all are God. You couldn't be here. You couldn't survive this shit, man, if God wasn't in you. If you wasn't directly related to God, you just don't know it. I'm talking about flesh and blood related. You could not exist. You could not survive. You could not be here, especially if you black, red, or brown. But even yellow and poor white, you couldn't even be here unless you was directly related to God. Yeah, white people are directly related to God. Where else would you come from? You didn't come from nobody else but God. Everybody came from God. So we just got different natures and different purposes, but it's not our job to save white people. It's white people's job to save white people. It's my job and duty to save my people. And that's not disrespectful. That's not bigoted. That's not black supremacist. No, that's nature. That's natural. I don't probably have enough time or energy or understanding to try to save nobody else. Shit. I only got enough to try to save me and mine, my people. But God and his messenger, his Messiah, has laid out, he got the wisdom and laid out the path and example and curriculum to save everybody. I ain't. I'm on his path and shit. I'm benefiting from his teaching. So, and that's all wickedness is. It's just weakness, moral weakness, mental weakness. That's all devil is. Devil is just physical and mental weakness, right? Weaker than we naturally should be. Weaker than nature requires us to be. That's all devil is. Live weakness, living weakness. But then this world is built off of praising and rewarding and promoting weakness. That's why it's going to hell on a rocket ship. So we want strength. We want righteous strength. We want to come back to power through righteousness, meaning, just morally being more natural, natural, not animal. No, it's natural for, homosexuality is natural. No, it's not. Not for humans. Not for no animal, as far as I know. That's called savage beast with no knowledge of civilization. That's a savage beast. You see any animals doing that, that's not no civilized creature. You want to pattern yourself after the beasts of the field? Nah, we're above the beasts. So we can talk about positive and negative force, but you might not want to pattern yourself after no beasts. But yeah, man, it's 2 hours. Dang, time flies. So I don't want to bore y'all. It's Friday. Oh, I guess we can go a little while. If y'all got any comments or questions or whatever, it's Friday. I guess we already went 2 hours. If y'all want to talk about something, we can get it in for a minute. If not, I'm going to hop off of here and let y'all do y'all Friday night weaknesses. Yeah, Friday night vices. Friday night weaknesses. I pray y'all won't. I pray you don't do it. But I can understand it. Some people is addicted to painkillers. That's not an excuse. I'm not giving y'all no excuse. No excuses. Yeah, hit the like button if y'all don't mind. 107 people. I love that number. 107 people in the live. Hit the like button, please. Like, share, subscribe, follow me on my personal channel, West Coast Cam, at West Coast Cam on YouTube. Follow me over there because I'll be over there in the daytime, and I'm probably going to be over there on the weekend in the daytime while I'm here every weeknight, 7 p.m. West Coast time, 10 p.m. East Coast time every weeknight. The campaign news, campaign live. But yeah, follow me right here on my personal YouTube channel, West Coast Cam, because I'm back active on there. awaiting their little results of monetization, remonetization. But yeah, man, y'all are the greatest company. Y'all are the greatest companions. Y'all are the greatest reason to get up here and do this, to be on the internet. We can be on the internet talking about all kind of other crazy stuff. And maybe y'all do, but at least when you get over here, you get to balance it out with some quality type vibes and information, you know, quality type brotherhood, companionship company. So whatever else you do on the internet, you know, I ain't gonna get in y'all business, but hopefully you can come over here and balance it out. Just like how we used to have with rap. We had your Luke Skywalker, you had your gangster rap, you had your conscious rap. It was a balance. So hopefully I provide some kind of balance to these YouTube crazy, whatever dudes is doing right now. It's a whole bunch of police, COINTELPRO activity, self-snitching and mess going on. On the internet, on YouTube, and I thank God that I ain't no part of it. I ain't participating in no parts of it. Hopefully you can come over here and take a deep breath and get a break and get some nutrition, get some vitamins and minerals on your YouTube plate and shit, like coming over here. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I guess that's it, man. What time is it? Yeah, we kind of went 2 hours and 10 minutes. Young, gifted, and black, Gerald Jones II, man. Yep. Even if you old, ain't nothing wrong with old. If we here, we gifted. If we here, we blessed. So on that note, man, I'm going to get on off of here. This is KAM-PAIN Live. God willing, I'll be on tomorrow on the weekend on my West Coast Cam personal page. So follow me over there, hit the little notification so when I do go on, you know, we can get it in on the weekend and talk earlier in the day. On that note, salute, peace, blessing, Rob Music. I see you, Rob Music. Peace and blessings. Love y'all. Outro, peace.